Oh, God. Oh, my God. Are you sitting down? You're sitting down. Good.
What's the problem?
Okay. One of our celebrity guests was just assaulted in the ring by a member of the roster.
Oh my God.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. Yeah, was it the guy from the Trump administration? The senior advisor to the president for child deportations? No, Oh, thank Beelzebub's beautiful ball bag for that. If anything happened to someone from the Trump administration on our watch, that would be disastrous. Okay, well,
We have got to keep the Trump administration happy no matter what. If President Trump wants to come on our show and have his cock sucked by our world champion live in the center of the ring, then that's what's going to happen.
Understood.
But Trump's unpopular, so make sure we're also projecting an image of tolerance and inclusion.
Right. But what about...
But not in a woke way. That'll piss off Trump.
Make our pro wrestling show inclusive enough to convince the audience we're reasonably progressive, but not so inclusive that it angers the current president of the United States. Got it. I'll pass that along to the people whose jobs actually involve that sort of thing. As to the celebrity guest,
So the senior advisor to the president for child deportations is okay?
Yes.
Enjoying his ringside seats?
He and his children seem to be having a great time.
That's what I like to hear. Good work. I'll let you get back to it.
Do you want to hear about the celebrity guest who was just beaten up in the ring by a wrestler who works for us?
Sure, if you've got a minute.
You know the movie star we booked to promote her new action-adventure streaming series?
The one I took a picture with and pointed at earlier?
That's her. Well, she was being interviewed in the ring, and then the interview was interrupted by our women's world champion, who got in the movie star's face and started talking all sorts of trash about how the ring was a place for athletes, not for actresses, and that if the movie star wanted to be on TV, she should go back to Hollywood because she's not meant for the canvas, more like the casting couch.
Oh, damn! That's a good one. That's a good one.
Uh-huh. And then the movie star said, "Funny you should bring up casting couches. I thought you preferred steel chairs. Didn't you use one of those to win that title?" Indicating the champion's title belt, and also suggesting that the movie star has been watching our show, which kind of surprised me. I had not assumed our product would be to her taste.
Well, professional wrestling is more popular than ever.
I'm almost positive that's not true. But anyway, then the champion kind of chuckled and said, "Well, I'm not going to need a steel chair to take care of you." And then the champion slapped the movie star in the face. Unprofessional. We discourage that. And then the movie star slapped her back.
Whoa, catfight!
And then the champion responded by leg diving the movie star, pummeling her with a flurry of punches to the face, dragging her to her feet by the hair, and executing a pile driver. At that point, a group of referees and security rushed into the ring and pulled the champion away. And then our medical team put the movie star onto a stretcher and wheeled her out of the arena. She was just taken away in an ambulance. I have no idea how badly injured she might be.
Where is the champion now?
Oh, I had her removed from the building.
Was that on camera?
Yes, I had a camera crew follow her all the way out, if for no other reason than to bolster our case in the inevitable lawsuit.
Lawsuit? Ha! Like anybody would ever sue us.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what do you want to do about the champion going forward?
What would you suggest?
Me? Oh, it's not really my area.
I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Okay, well, I think we should suspend the champion for one thing.
All right.
Impose a substantial fine.
Okay.
Strip her of the championship.
You're almost there. Here's what we do. We do those first two things, suspend her, fine her, wait a few weeks, then we book the champion and the movie star to fight at our next big pay-per-view show.
What?
Give the movie star a few weeks to heal up and let the champion stew about getting fined and suspended. Then we book them in a match against each other at the big show at the end of the month.
What the hell are you talking about?
Do I need to figure out a third way to say it?
No, I understand what you're saying. I just don't believe it. A non-wrestler, a celebrity guest at our show was just brutally attacked by one of our top stars and taken away in an ambulance, and you want to have them fight each other at the pay-per-view? That's got to be one of the most deranged things I've ever heard. She's not only going to sue the champion, she's going to sue this company for letting it happen. We'll be lucky if she doesn't own this place by this time next year.
She's not going to sue us. Stop worrying about lawsuits.
She's going to sue us. Her talent agency is going to sue us. The studio that produces her series is going to sue us. The streaming service that's showing that series, which is also the streaming service that shows our show, by the way, is going to kick us off, then sue us.
Calm down. It's going to be okay. Look, you're new here, right?
What has that got to do with anything?
Around here, when things like this happen, we settle it in the ring.
Sure, when it's between wrestlers. This isn't between wrestlers. This is one of our wrestlers putting a movie star who is here as part of a promotional tour in the hospital.
And I bet when she gets out of that hospital, she's going to want revenge.
Yes, legal, financial revenge on all of us. She just got hospitalized by our champion. You really think she's going to agree to face her in a wrestling match? On TV? And in front of a live audience of thousands of people?
Good point. That's probably an intimidating prospect for someone who's never wrestled before.
I should think so.
Yeah. Good point.
Thank you.
We'll make it a tag team match.
What?
You're probably not aware of it, but you're saying "what" a lot in this conversation.
I don't think I am.
It feels like you are.
I think I've said "what" the correct number of times. A tag team match?
Yeah. If you think the movie star will be reluctant to face the champion one-on-one, we'll book a tag team match instead. That's actually good for us. The movie star's partner can be the number one contender for the champion's title, and the champion's partner can be the woman the number one contender just defeated a couple of weeks ago to become the number one contender.
You're serious?
Yeah. And then the number one contender can fight the champion one-on-one for the title at our big event next month. See, you've got to think 2 or 3 steps ahead in this business.
Apparently. But what is all of this going to do for us?
Hopefully make us a shitload of money from people paying to see a movie star fight our women's world champion.
Sure, but I mean in the long term. Suppose the tag team match ends with the champion defeating the movie star. That means our top wrestler is capable of beating a non-athlete with no experience, which people probably assumed was the case already. Or suppose the movie star somehow defeats the champion. Doesn't that make our champion look bad? Doesn't it make our whole company look bad if a non-wrestler can just walk in and beat the champion in her first match?
You're overreacting. The match could just as easily end with the champion beating the number one contender. Or vice versa.
Yeah, but we don't know.
That's what's so exciting about professional wrestling. Nobody knows how the matches are going to end.
All right. I'll tell our talent relations department to reach out to the movie star's representation and see if she's interested in coming back to fight the champion in a tag team match on our upcoming big show, assuming she's not permanently paralyzed by the pile driver she just took, and further assuming she's not planning to pursue the severe financial and criminal penalties against us, which she has every right to do.
Make sure her team knows we're not expecting her to wrestle for free. We're going to pay her.
Of that I have no doubt.
Sounds like a plan. Keep me in the loop on this, okay? I like to be personally involved in the important stuff.
Will do.
Oh, and can you double check on the senior advisor to the president for child deportations? See if he wants anything else, drinks, snacks, a hand job from literally anyone who works here, including myself.
I'll go ask.
If he wants the hand job from me, tell him it'll have to be after the show, but it'll be worth the wait.
I'll pass that along.
God, I love my job.